This is to inform my peers about some of the simplest pleasures we can still get from life. Technology has taken over all aspects of our lives, and it seems as though without it we would be able to survive. It seems as though we have forgotten our roots and where we have come from and how to enjoy the little things in life. Today I'm going to discuss some of the simplest of enjoyments. I will explain the pleasures of fishing, off-roading, and riding motorcycles. The first way for me to get you to understand the simplest of pleasures, for you to get in the mood and remember something maybe from your childhood, or maybe a time in your life that made you feel whole and complete as there were no worries in the world. So first off, let's begin with fishing. Fishing on a lake in the middle of nowhere with no worries other than to relax. The ability to go in the middle of nature and relax with the calming sounds of the water under your boat. It's just you, the water, the boat, and the fish. Have the everyday stresses of life thrown out of the boat away from you just like the cast of your fishing pole. Being able to sit out there with the beauty of the lake and the water and the surroundings that you get to see, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's hard to explain unless you go out there and see yourself. I absolutely love how life just slows down. The vigorous daily buzz goes away when I have the lake, a boat, and a pole. I enjoy the slow-paced presence of nature, the feeling of the sun beaming down on me, and how I don't have to worry about the time or have to be anywhere with a time schedule. However, you can enjoy nature with a little bit more muscle and get a little bit dirtier. What I have, a yeet and a little bit of wet dirt, aka mud. There's always those good old southern at heart people who love the surroundings of nature but enjoy a little mud on their feet. I'm talking about some deep southern off-roading. The fun of off-roading that most people don't understand is being able to take a vehicle that you own and go up against Mother Nature's most difficult terrain and succeed. The ability to take a normal vehicle from the dealership and transform it into a big, beautiful, and mean-looking man-made machine that others will admire and you can be proud of. If maybe I have had enough of the smell of fish, maybe the mud on my feet, then I like to take on a little nature ride with some fast, invigorating, and adrenaline-rushing motorcycles. The joy of riding a bike is almost unexplainable unless you have had the experience of doing so. So now that I have talked about off-roading, let me tell you about the fun riding of motorcycles. Riding motorcycles is a cheap and inexpensive way to see the city, countryside, without all the restrictions and rules of a vehicle. On average, it costs about $12 to fill my motorcycle fuel tank, and I can travel approximately 150 miles before filling up again. On average, that's 42 miles per gallon. I've had the pleasure of seeing unbelievable sights on my motorcycle and been able to travel the distance for less than $100, including gas, food, and frequent breaks. You wouldn't believe the great sights and wonderful people you meet in the smallest of towns you never even knew were there. Now that you can see the pleasure you can get from riding a motorcycle, let's go back out over what I discussed today. Today I told you about some of the simplest pleasures that I get in life. I told you about fishing, off-roading, and the joy of motorcycles. All in all, the wonder of these great adventures and recreational activities not only are cost effective, but you have the capability to see the local area you have grown up in or around in a whole new way. You may never have known that there was a lake behind your neighbor's house that you could relax on and throw a few lines in. Maybe you knew that there was a state park you could take the family on and drive the trails up and up in the mountains in your off-roader. You always have the option not to get dirty and throw on some jeans, boots, and some safety equipment and go for a ride on two wheels. Just you, or maybe take along that significant other and find that hidden wonder you never knew about. So all in all, these hobbies that I enjoy have a little bit more meaning than they seem to have on the surface. Maybe you now have a better understanding of my roots and pleasures. I hope that all of you have the ability one day to try one of these hobbies and enjoy them as I do.